你如果要买一手哈，我说你要买一手，应该是这边。我想要回去那边。
Here we are at a temple in Japan. I'm actually on an island right now called Fukuoka, and this is their main huge garden temple, and it's absolutely beautiful. It reminds me a lot of what Kyoto would be like. If you've seen the movie Lost in Translation, that's kind of what the vibe is here. So I'm going to kind of take you on a walking tour here and show you a little bit of the sights and sounds, people, culture, and what's going on here in Japan. I kind of like to do these walking, wandering, rambling videos when I'm in other countries. There's a huge temple here too. I love these buildings. The architecture is just super, super original and ancient. Feels like going back in time here in the tribal Orient days. Kings and ninjas and all that awesome stuff. Like I was saying, yeah, I usually try and shoot a video of, wow, here comes a huge group of different cities and countries, cultures, whenever I go traveling. So I wanted to do this, and I usually kind of share something that's on my mind, or that's kind of been a theme for the trip. The last video I did that was pretty significant, that's got something like almost 100,000 views on YouTube or something now, is when I was in Boracay and in the Philippines. I'm gonna take these glasses off now. And I was talking about like being able to travel and experience different cultures and trying to get outside of your comfort zone, you know, just kind of taking trips, taking risks. And I got a lot of great feedback from that video, so it kind of inspired me to kind of keep doing these travel videos. And today, the thing that's been coming up a lot recently in my life and kind of on my mind, and I'm actually going to be teaching a course on it, not a course, but a class for one of my conversation classes at the university. The topic is coming up all the time these days. Everyone I talk to or am asked by people, it's married life versus single life. And that's the name of this topic I was going to do. And I'd love to get people's feedback and thoughts, it looks like a dead end, on the subject, you know. Most of my best friends these days are all getting married or have been for a while and now having families, which is awesome. And the thing that's kind of on my mind is, especially in Asian culture, like every time I go out and I meet somebody, one of the first questions they ask is, are you married or are you single? And the notion is, if you're not, the underlying tone is that there's something like, what's wrong with you and why aren't you? And after being asked that question so many times by so many different people, and then kind of having them feel sorry for me or other people when they say, no, I'm actually single, I wanted to kind of shoot this video on behalf of the single people of the world who, for whatever reason, are not or choose not to be in that, this is a great pond here, in that category of being settled down. And I guess where I'm going with this is, there's nothing wrong with not, I guess, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to say settling, but doing what society expects you to do. People expect you to get a job, find someone, date for 2.5 years, get engaged for 1 year, get married, buy a house with a white picket fence with 2.5 rooms and have 2.5 children. And which is great. You know, obviously that's right for some people, but it's not necessarily right for everyone. And I guess the point is it just because people don't go down that normal, expected journey, it doesn't mean that there's something wrong with them. In many cases, I think it's kind of the opposite. Two of my friends, I won't name who they are, but I've got two friends that are one guy's a relationship coach, and the other guy is a dating coach. And they have great articles, they write great content. Both of them have recently gotten into a relationship, which is awesome. And it kind of turns the bend on saying that that's what's expected of people. And I would love to hear your thoughts. Like, if you think that everyone should be delegated to that lifestyle, great. If you're feeling like many people that kind of feel pressure to get involved and get together, live with someone, marry someone, date someone just because you're expected to, I'd love to hear anyone's feedback on the issue. For example, I think the single life has a lot of benefits. That it gives you opportunities to do whatever you want. And I know that sounds really selfish, and I'm coming from a very, wow, this is super, super peaceful. Oops, I think that paused there. I don't know when it paused, but I'll just pick it up from where I think it might have stopped. I think I hit the stop button by mistake. I'll go back and edit this.